So hey everyone in the VC and in the Twitch chat. Today we'll be going through class 4, making plays and clutches, and once again this whole academy is brought to you by R6SC with collaboration with SCAPE Esports. So starting a bit of an intro here. Actually let me start the screen share first. Yeah, so guys in the VC do join the screen share, then we'll get started. Okay, so I'll start with the intro section once again. Getting to know us, I'm Valone Divine Cell, and I'm 22 years old this year and used to play console Siege, and I recently came second in the 2021 SGMY Indonesia and Philippines Operation League. I'm also a 3x diamond on PC. So next to me today, and hosting the custom game today will be JShift. He's 26. He's an avid BMX rider and he's plat 2 3x on PC. And he's also the current R6SC Community Outreach Leader. So today we'll be talking about making a play, and we'll be talking about what does making a play mean. What comes to mind when making plays are commonly rushes or flanks, and sometimes even executes. So we'll be talking about those in greater detail later, shown in the videos. But yeah, generally plays are flanks, rushes, or executes. Plays are also normally done after windows of opportunity have been identified, which meaning that normally once you drone out the site or you see that hey, there's a low man count on this area in the bomb site or in garage, that kind of thing, then you make a play, you know. Many other factors can also aid to this, and I'll be talking about them moving on. So the factors I was talking about were like things like droning, sound, utility placement, and man count can help one in deciding whether a play can be made. So yeah. Any questions here? Otherwise, we'll be moving on. Okay, so getting into the nitty gritty here. How do I get better at making / identifying plays? So the use of trial and error is something I do a lot, especially when I first started out on the game, especially when I started PC last year. Movement was a huge thing for me, and making plays was naturally a bit hard. So I had to use a lot of trial and error, I had to see what worked and what didn't, and here are my tips. So one, don't be afraid to make mistakes, because mistakes are bound to happen and you can only learn from them. I always like to say, a loss is never a loss if you learn something. So two, try new things every ranked / casual game. By trying new things, you always open yourselves to more avenues to learn. You learn from your mistakes, and two, from what works and what doesn't. So try new things whenever you can, whenever it makes sense, and then moving on to point 3, evaluate your attempt. So after you try new things, evaluate, see whether hey, it was successful, maybe it was not, and even if it was successful, maybe improvements can be made, or even if it wasn't, like what could have been changed there, Then 4, rinse and repeat. So rinse and repeat, complete the whole process, go through, maybe even your VODs, your replays, your outplay, that kind of thing. Look at where went wrong, look at where went good, and then improve from there. 5, utilize what you have learned and apply onto other games. So this is something that a lot of players don't do. What they normally do is they watch, maybe, or they might just do it and then maybe not even watch. But the last and most important step is to utilize, because if you have learned something already and you're not using it, I think it's a bit of a waste. So always try to utilize what you have learned. Then from the utilization, you can also learn new things. We'll be moving on to the video section here.
Library? I need to know where's the site. Upstairs or downstairs?
No, it's a basement.
Mirror
Quiz,
wall
quiz,
open,
quiz. Try to do it. Try to do
I
it.
got him already, I got him.
Yeah, but you still need to try to do it.
Can.
Oh, a lot of people. Got another guy at Snowmobile. One more guy, bandit.
Flo, what are you doing?
I'm trying to push it behind. Or do you want me not to?
No. You can't take main lobby. Take the blue or something. You can take blue.
Can I go in?
Jix, you wanna watch this tank drone? Ah, 4D coming kitchen.
Yo, we switch to trench. We switch to trench. Take
Go, 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 go.
Yeah.
bottom
Mozzie
west
going
main.
up solar.
Wait, let me drone. Let me drone.
Solar.
It's on the corner, it's stuck. Can't
Mozzie
see.
going up solar. Ah.
Not bandited. I can get the wall.
Come. Ready or not? Ready?
Open. Opening wall.
One blue, one blue.
Back wine clear.
Wow, fast. You
Connector
saved me.
clear. Wine itself is clear. Take it if you want. Blue door.
West
Blue door
main,
by wine.
West main coming.
Blue
Oh,
90.
he rotated. Mozzie ah.
If you can cover my plant, I can
Stamina?
plant. If you can cover
Yeah,
my
can.
plant.
Ready.
I'm flashing once.
Mark for you.
I'm planting safe.
Yep. Hey, don't stand in front of me,
50,
Flo.
C4, 75, 80, bomb down.
Holding your left flank. Don't pick. Oh.
Right flank. On the door. Who's not holding the door? Hassan Jaeger last seen back up wine. Close wine. Nice.
Yes.
So yeah, interesting video. I saw that Abby just joined. So Abby, I think you're not in the screen share yet. So try to join the screen share, then you'll not be out of the loop. Anyway, we're talking about the video here. Some of the pointers, good or bad, and then what you think was done well, what you think wasn't done well. Maybe a point from each of you, then we'll move on. So it's Republic here. I think we start with Republic.
I would say the rotation to the back wall a good choice because they didn't bandit charge it. But other than that, maybe holding off like how you died was maybe holding off at a different position. Like proning, to me I was thinking proning at the diffuser.
Right. Yeah, I agree with that. But I think there was a bit of miscom there, so mistakes were made.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point though. Rotating definitely is good because once you're bandited, then you realize that probably they didn't have lobby control yet, or it was very hard to draw out lobby. The smarter choice would have been to push the backside, which is what they did, and they did it fairly quickly, which is something that is something to also take note of because sometimes teams do take a long time to realize, hey, this is actually not working. Then we have to try something else. So let's go with Nat then.
Good to hear your voice again. I would say that yes, it's a good rotate to the to attack the part of the side that is not bandited. And then there's a nice plant between the two safes where you broke the barrel. I actually didn't know that you could plant there, so new thing learned. And I would say that when you called out that when you drone after you thermite you drone, right, you called out there was one blue 90. I was wondering why no one went to. Did anyone go and hold the angle? Is that why you died when you tried to take the peak?
Yeah, no one held the angle. So it was also no one held the angle / the bridge wasn't open, but the angle can be held from the door. But I think the Yana was caught slipping a bit. So yeah.
I was wondering why you died even though you called out.
Yeah, the Yana probably was not paying attention.
But it's okay. I think just a miscomm.
Yeah, so it's miscomm plus a bit of confusion.
Yeah,
And then
but
for
good play.
the plant spot, right? Actually, I think you can shoot that out instead of melee. I might be wrong, but yeah, you probably can shoot out the barrel. So you aim at the legs of the little barrel there, then you shoot it out. It's a bit like the Villa Astro, the globe. You can shoot out the legs, then it will destroy itself. Yeah.
But why do you choose to plant there? I think is it purely for cover?
So I chose to plant there. That's actually me planting. I chose to plant there because I needed the cover from my backside because I didn't trust my teammate to watch the blue swing. I only had one person watching the angle in front of me, the back of wine. Right? The other people were trying to clear out some other stuff and it was very confusing. So that's why I planted there. So that I'm safe from any kind of like you saw a C4 came and I was safe from it and stuff like that. So if you don't if you have only one person trying to covering your plant, right, it's safer to take an extra time to make sure you are in a safe spot instead of just going into the site and just planting straight away.
All right, that's a very good tip. Thank you.
Yeah, so adding on to that, actually planting is also a skill in itself. In the sense that, okay, there are actually very many things revolving around planting. It might seem like a very mundane kind of thing to do, just press F, right? But there are a few things you need to consider, which are one, your plant spot, two is whether you need to off plant, and three, whether you're being covered, and four is what your gap is. So normally when I used to play hard breach, what I would do is I would evaluate where I was gonna plant. So based on like the enemy setup, the lines of sight, blah blah blah. Now I tell my team, hey, I'm gonna plant this location, and normally we have a call for that location. So I'll say, hey, I'm gonna plant here, or if I can't call it out, I'll ping. Then I'll make sure everybody acknowledges that, and then they will say, okay, seems good, plant. Then I'll go. So when I plant, right, I'll say, tell me if I need to off. I'm gonna plant safe now. Then my gap is this. So when I say my gap, right, it means this is where I can possibly die from. So normally what I'll say is, let's say I plant a cafe kitchen. Then I'll say I'm planting stove 1, I only die from red hallway angle. Then my teammates will know, okay, out of all the angles, right, the one we need to prioritize is this angle. So that our plant goes down. Then once after that the plant go down, we can play post plant and then we'll win the round. You know what I mean? So it's always good to have a bit of dialogue between you and your team before you plant, during the plant, and after the plant. Before meaning where are you gonna plant, what are you gonna do? During the plant, where do you need to be covered from? Do you need to be off plant, that kind of thing. Then after the plant, guys, I'm gonna pro and crawl out. Let's play post plant. Then we're gonna play post on these angles. But normally if your team is quite seasoned, quite experienced, they will know where. But if you're still a bit new, try to tell the parents, hey, let's play post plant, we can play all the way from bakery door to wash the bomb, that kind of thing. So yeah, take that in stride, try to learn it and then try to apply it.
Will do. Thanks for the tips.
Yeah, so Mr. Bait, how you doing? Let's talk about the video.
I just entered around like halfway through the video, so I
Okay,
don't know what's going on.
yeah, let's actually, Abby, were you watching the video also, Abby? Hi, Abby.
I saw halfway, like when you are flashing and about to go in and plant.
Okay,
You were
let's
telling them say you're gonna flash. Then you go.
for the two of you, right? Let's focus on something a bit different. Let's talk about that rotating attack. Let's try to listen out more for maybe a bit of team play and comms. Then tell me what you thought about the comms or team play. Okay. So we'll talk about those points. We'll replay the video now.
On the library? I need to know where's the site. Upstairs or downstairs?
No, it's a basement.
Mira,
Quiz,
what
quiz,
open,
do, quiz. Try to do vert. Try to do
I
vert.
got him already, I got him.
Yeah, but you still need to try to do vert.
Can.
Oh, a lot of people are. Got another guy at Snowmobile. One more guy bandit.
Got more
Flo, what are you
scene
doing?
button. I'm trying to push you behind. Or do you want me not to?
No,
push
no,
you
no,
behind?
no, no. You can't take main lobby. Take the blue or something. You can take blue.
Can I go in?
Jigsaw, you wanna watch this tank drone? Ah, 4D coming kitchen.
Yo, we switch to trench. We switch to trench. Take
Go.
The
bottom west
going
main.
up. Solar.
Wait, let me drone. Let me drone.
Solar.
It's on the corner. It's stuck.
Mozzie going up solar.
Not bandited. I can get the wall.
Come, ready or not?
Okay, so I think the major team play aspects and the comms were done around this part, and after that it's more of the plan. So maybe give me some thoughts about what you saw within this first minute, you know. Maybe it's like Abby, Abby new girl, so
Me, I think until now, overall comms was still okay.
okay.
Yeah, but I think most of the time, oh no, Quicks is here. Quicks was like, Mozzie in the kitchen, I think.
Yeah. So there was a lot of sugar and spice.
Yeah, but it was quite neat. It was quite neat.
Right.
Like when they said like, the wall wasn't bandited, I can
Yeah.
breach it.
Yeah.
Although there was no acknowledgement, but I think some people were like about to come over and follow already.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So a good point you brought up was the sugar and spice from quicks. Sometimes I think it's a natural reaction. Sometimes you get a bit excited or you get a bit caught off guard and you make a bit of weird noises. That's a bit fine. General consensus is the comms were a bit clean. Yeah, that's something I like also. And then I think the major pointer you point out, right, is actually how fast the team reacted to the info and how fast they reacted to what Jordan was saying, which was, hey, let's rotate to trench. And then you can see that actually it was a team effort. He didn't go in alone. Uh, Yana was droning, but she did a very poor job. She actually didn't say where she was droning, what she was droning, where's the drone coming from, you know. So that was something that could be improved on. Then for the rest of the team, they rotated fairly quickly. They took the control they needed, even though it wasn't like completely perfect, but it was pretty well done from the team's perspective. So yeah. Maybe talk about the bait. Mr. Bait, any comments and any improvements that can be made?
Uh, not really.
Uh, if you can't see an improvement, maybe tell me maybe a bit some of the differences between, let's say, your experience in ranks versus like something like this. Do you do this? Do you see this regularly, or like do you guys always like just keep pushing even though?
Regularly, the like if something like this, like the whole team shifting. Sometimes if when I'm playing solo, sometimes if the team is actually working well, I'll see like a massive shift. Usually it'll be 3 person 3 person push the garage. Once we can start reaching one third person, say like support, maybe like Twitch. Like say if I'm playing Twitch, once I get the wall open, I'll rotate over to like trench to see if I can help to get that wall open as well.
Yeah, that's a good point you actually brought up. So, maximizing your utility is something you just brought up, which is very pivotal. Yeah, it's a very good point. So try to keep that up, and then from like a team rotating perspective, right? If you don't see it much, maybe try to be the first one in your rank game or your team stack to say, hey, we're getting stuck here. Let's not waste too much time. If you notice, Jordan actually made a call around 158, which is pretty damn quick. So yeah, try to realize that something is not going to work as fast as you can. Then you have more time to set up drone, do everything properly instead of rushing it. Then that's where mistakes happen. So yeah, good pointers for everyone. Hello to the people who have joined: Shane, Junes, my good teammates, and Mr. Ben. Oh, hello Digo. Yeah, so join in the screen share. We'll watch the next video. Then maybe we can have some pointers for everyone here. Yep.
You say it was coming for your drone, is it, Quicks?
Oh, coming for me, literally on the second floor. Yeah,
Behind the bomb,
picture
Bendy
here.
behind the bomb.
Choose around here.
Swinging the bridge.
Oh, come already. He's
Yo,
Yeah,
come.
there's a bandit.
Come.
Bandit's dead, bandit's dead.
Only one inside. Only one inside. I think he's here.
Don't let them vertical on you.
Upstairs.
watch that hole.
Nice.
Oh.
Okay, so quite a quick clip, but I think many things to unpack here. Maybe let's be a bit top down now. Let's go with Ben. Mr. Ben, what was interesting? Oh, I think Ben is Mr. Ben is at work. Maybe let's go with Digo. Haven't seen you around. Give a little hello, then tell me maybe what you thought can be improved.
You didn't lean on the hatch, expose your whole body.
Right. So you were saying he exposed his whole body to the hatch, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, so it's something I agree with. I think the positioning was quite awful. Probably because he was in a bad spot to begin with, and he put himself in such a spot. But yeah, could possibly play a little bit backward, behind a bit. Would you say, to watch the hatch drop instead of face checking the hatch like that? Or where would you suggest he play instead of being right under the hatch?
you play around the side or like go plant
Yeah.
and just secure it.
Yeah, play the post button instead of like going so forward, right? You give opportunities to the enemy. Yeah, good point. Thank you, Mr. Fast.
Yes.
Uh,
I think the call was made quick. What else? I think if he had, I think he had known that there was only one person in the site because he didn't drone the other side to check if there was anyone else
mm,
looking at cams or just holding, or if there was in someone inside small room which was barricaded for some reason.
mm.
But he instinctively just made his call, saying only there's only one person inside, and then immediately called his teammates to come and plant because once the plant's down, everyone else in the defending team will have to rush in the side and take it back, right? So which makes it easier for them to win the round.
So you say it's a good play or a bad play?
I think it's a good play, but it's a risky play. If there was someone in the other side, which he didn't drone out, he could have just got killed, and maybe the other guy who was in the side could have gotten the diffuser as well, and
Right.
then it would have been a different situation altogether.
So I think what you're saying here is maybe the momentum was a bit fast. Yeah, like Mr. Fast Track. So, maybe like sometimes we can take a breather. We can call a reset, like I was saying earlier in the call section. Call a reset. Drone out more thoroughly the site, then have a more clearer game plan. Then probably the chances of you winning the round is higher. Junes, I think interesting.
Hello. Okay, so what I saw was that um okay, so the call was very clear that there was no one else on site, right?
Mm,
Then but I think the issue is that after he called out, right, there was no one behind him. But it was pretty good that he took on the action, like he took on whatever he called out like very really fast, like there's no one on site. I take control of that site so that none of the enemy can like take back control of that site lah.
right,
But the issue is that there's no one behind him to trade him or to cover his other angles, which I
right,
find like that's the issue with this
right.
clip. But overall, it's pretty good as he took control of the map. He took map control really quick
Mm.
and like secured the bomb site and the plant, which
So what is
is pretty good.
something that we normally do when we want to do such a fast play, Junes?
Wait, sorry, can you repeat your question again?
So like you were saying, right, there was no one behind to trade him, but okay, what is something that we personally do, you know, uh, in order to prevent such a thing from happening? What we say is the key.
I guess normally you can have like you have someone pre-place a drone there, and then as you can see, there's two guys dead, so they can just go on the drone and watch your flanks,
Mm,
or have while the thermite is planting, the Zofia can actually like while he's planting, and then since there's multiple angles to watch, the Maverick can watch one angle, while the Zofia can watch another angle.
mm.
Yeah.
Then they'll establish proper control, right, without going so deep into the site.
Yep.
Yeah, so I think the point brought up here was basically sometimes it's a bit risky to do such a play. I think like what Deagle was alluding to earlier. You push up too forward, you might end up giving a bit of free picks to the enemy. So actually, what Jones was saying here was that, two is the use of drones. Even though you're kind of dead, you still have a bit of use in the sense that you are able to clear angles for your teammates by use of drones. So whether it be prepare drones to watch flanks or watch different angles within the sites, then you know where people are coming from. Or you guys can just play a little bit laid back, cover the planter, then make sure you're talking to each other, telling each other, hey, I have this angle, then you have that angle, then we have everything covered. So yeah, a little bit of communication goes a long way. Another thing we do is also we say, hey, I'm going to go in quick now, can you trade me? Then you wait for the confirmation, then you go in. Yeah. Republic, anything?
I don't have anything much to put in, but I could say that after getting interrogated by the Caveira, you actually was actually the Caveira mistake was technically I saw the hole made, not the hatch. Technically could have just shot you there or at least pre-fire you.
Yeah, because it was soft wall, right?
Soft floor, soft floor.
Yeah, so positioning of yourself after integration is also quite important, but I think in general it's something to take note of because you don't want to expose yourself to vertical lines of sight, especially when you know that you're actively being tracked, like by alibi or whatever.
But
Yeah.
on the other side, the this positioning was really good as you are gonna pre-fire the Caveira.
He gets
And
a
then
superior angle, yeah.
yeah,
But it's
and
still a bit
because you
risky.
a bit risky, but it's still worth the shot because you may not know where is she coming from, since all three of your positions have been revealed already for both the two roamers of Vigil and Caveira.
Right. Nat, anything?
Yeah, I have nothing much to add. However, I think Republic has covered. Uh, quite uh quite scary. Getting interrogated by Kev.
Mm.
But I think y'all took the risk. Try to clear them out. Yeah, and this angle on the hatch was quite good. Yeah.
Maybe let's talk about you and your experience as a new player. Uh have you been making any plays lately, or is it still a huge mystery to you? You know, like how do I make a play, that kind of thing.
Any place. So I think I've only made I think a few, but I think those were like very lucky plays. I would say. I only say I made those plays because of good call outs.
Right.
From my friends. Yeah.
So it's also what I say one of the points for making plays was information. So yeah, information goes a long way, especially making plays. Knowing where they are certainly helps. With regards to making plays, right? I think it's more of, like I said before, rinse and repeat. You gotta make mistakes, you gotta learn from your experiences. Then, you will slowly build a data bank of your game sense. Then you understand what is good and what is not to do. So yeah, so try more new things. That's my advice to you. Then eventually, the the playmaking will come. Uh, Actually, let's talk about Mr. Spacemaker himself. Shane is very good at making space. So, Shane, any comments?
On what playmaking or
Maybe let's share about playmake, like to the new players here. How do you actually effectively playmake or make space?
uh the most important thing is basically information, because once I know I have the info, right, and for example in cafe third floor, usually there will be no one playing inside of the long bar, or yeah, long bar itself, and it will usually only have like one player in cocktail, if not in freezer, right? And the only thing that you need to do is that point is that you get the info, and then you you have know the timing when to entry and to basically kill them and make space for your teammates to go in and plant. So basically the most important thing is freezer, because they can directly deny the default plan. So if you kill the freezer guy, they cannot deny the plan.
Yeah. Okay. So three interesting things he actually said. Uh, One was he always knows that inner bar slash long bar is clear, and I think that comes from a bit of game sense. After rinse and repeat of like hundreds of scrims we have done together, we roughly know the common spots people play, common spots they don't play. Second point is like he knew the timings. So timings are also something that he probably has trial and error a lot. It's something that we have done and failed many, many times. And we talk to each other, hey, maybe the timing should be a bit like this, or to aid with the timing, we could throw a nade into cocktail, could do a bit of flash, could do a bit of distraction. And then the third thing was he knew where the plant denial could come from. So which was freezer. And it was very clear to him that his first priority when clearing this whole push or making space, right, was freezer. So something for you guys to take note is like uh after you gathered the game sense, these are the steps that you need to take. One is understanding the map, how it's played. Two is the general locations of where everybody is. Then two is general location and timing, and three is obviously where the plant can be denied from. Where's the most important place you need to look at? So yeah, good things from Shane. Mr. Ted. Oh, Ted is not available. Mr. Bait. Anything to do with plays? It can be a bit generic here since the video is a bit short.
Play wise, well, like the others say, ballsy for you guys to still go and plant even with interrogation.
Right.
Most of the time, when someone gets interrogated, and if we haven't, if it's like we're all close to the window, everybody is just like mass rush to get out of the place and camp outside. So yeah, very brave to actually go and plant, even though you have
Been interrogated.
you got the position with you. And the hatch, that one was risky because I think the camera could still
Averted.
tell.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you took a risk, it paid off. So
Yeah, so the point you brought up was basically still sticking the plant during interrogation. It's something that is a bit hard to say wrong or right. But if I'm not wrong, the jacuzzi side, which where the planting was a hard wall, and they were quite hard to be flanked, unless you get flanked from like main lobby or whatever. So it's a bit hard to say whether it's right or wrong. But yeah, definitely risky. Understand where your gaps are when you're planting, then you'll be okay. Which is what they did just now. Maybe let's go with last with Abby. Abby, so during plants, what normally happens for you? Then, you know, maybe some pointers you want to have clarified or something you saw in the video.
For me, it's usually plant halfway and then I will die. I think I worry more about like if you are the last person and then when you plant
Oh,
and then
so like a
because
clutch.
nowadays got a lot of like fake plants and stuff like that. I think
So-
I'm more worried about that.
So you, meaning like you don't really know when is a good time to stick the plant or not during like a 1vx, right? When you have the diffuser.
Because if always like keep hesitating
Yeah.
and then don't dare to stick the plant, the timer will run up.
Okay.
And then either way
Yeah.
it's a loss.
Okay, so there are different scenarios here that I can give you. One is maybe you have 40 seconds and one is you have 20. So in a 40-second scenario, normally when I'm planting, right, or like I'm the last guy clutching, what happens is I will try to find a safe spot, understand where it's clear from my teammates' drones or last information like, hey, there was a guy maybe, let's talk about Villa maybe. There was a guy top landing red stairs, and then maybe there was a guy last seen in the master bedroom. And then I'm already in like deer side, which is I think some people call statue. No, trophy. Yeah, sorry. So I was in the trophy side already. Then there's a guy top red, then there's a guy master. So if I'm in that scenario, right, normally what I'll do is I'll try to swing a little bit to check the small deer / small statue room area. Then if it's clear, I will stick a plant on the right side of the split, the little cubby. So what I'll do is I'll tell my teammates, hey, audio for me. Then if you guys hear anything, tell me the off plant. So I'll stick the plant. And then if I don't hear any audio, I'll stick it. If I hear any audio, I'll not most likely kill the red guy first. Because he's the most direct, he has the most direct line of sight to me when I'm planting. And he's the most likely to swing me first. And if they screw up the swing, I kill him, then I most likely kill the master guy also. Because they'll swing at the same time. So yeah. But if you have 20 seconds, right, and then you probably have no time to like bait out the plant or cause a few rotations to happen. Normally what I encourage you to do is trying to find a kill quickly, then stick the plant. If you cannot find the kill quickly, stick the plant and then just pray. Sometimes it's really hard to say, but yeah, sticking the plant or not sticking it really comes with a lot of a combination of game sense, your team's communications with you, what information they have, what information they don't, and your ability to also sometimes you just have to have the bigger balls in that scenario. Yeah. So I hope I answered your question there. Then if anything, let me know. You have anything?
Thank you. I want to know like the gauge, so it's around 20 or 40 seconds. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so yeah, normally in that scenario, like 40 seconds I will try to stick it. 20 seconds I will try to go for a kill. Yeah, because sometimes you waste a bit too much time, you have no leverage. And time is a huge leverage.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to the next video now. This one is actually quite interesting to unpack, so I hope you guys learn some things from this.
Okay, it's easier than blue.
Oh fuck.
I try to get one peek.
Smoke blank closet, quick.
Because you must
Yeah,
go with that
I can,
laundry. We must clear
Okay.
it. The objective is not to plant, it's to kill.
Okay.
Let me go first.
Okay, ready? On On your
Okay,
go.
we'll move on
What time?
20.
20 seconds?
20 seconds, okay.
seconds.
Okay, can. 20
He's got one more
seconds.
smoke, eh? That means we have
Just
to push
trade,
deep, ah.
just trade. Yeah. I'm
One,
just gonna spin.
two,
No,
20 seconds.
20.
Go,
We're waiting for the smoke, huh?
go now. Trade. Chala dead. Go in deep. Don't look at the wall. Fucking
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, yo.
Sorry, Ted.
Yeah, it's okay, it's okay.
Oh,
So yeah, quite interesting video. Normally, teams will try to plan, then a lot of mistakes happen. So, start top down again. Maybe we go. Yeah. Oh, actually, we start with Ted. Hey, Mr. Ted. So we missed you out earlier. Some comments, Ted.
I'm glad to be in the video,
Got a feature.
but so what happened was it's like a 30 second meta thing for us, and we had to face against smoke canisters. So laundry stairs was a little bit choked, I guess, but then we decided to, because we agreed like 20 seconds we all must go, right?
Yeah.
So the smoke wouldn't stop us. We just went straight in.
Yeah, good.
Ended the round well.
Yeah, so good point. Normally, when you are being balls to the wall and you're being smoked out, right? There are two reactions you can have. You can do the very common reaction, which is to give up, then like push somewhere else, or you can fully commit. And I think what won us around here was how we fully committed, but not only as an individual but as a team. And the call was very clear that we would push deep. And I'll get into detail a bit more about that later if nobody asks. But yeah, I understand. I'll tell you why we had to go for kill instead of plant later. Yeah. So moving on to the next person. Maybe let's start with Deagle. Any thoughts here?
That peak is very like triggering my OCD.
Which peak?
When you pick the Goyo and Freezer, you can get shot from the hole. You can get shot. Like you saw the Jaeger, he swing you the moment you kill the Goyo.
Yeah.
Yeah, you pick on your leaning
No,
to
no,
the
let-
left.
Go,
He can actually get a shot on your head from
Yeah.
the holes. Yeah. So you
So
could have gotten killed if the Jaeger swung earlier.
how will you pick this?
Use my. Is that impacts or concussions? Do you have
Impact.
left? One.
I got no concussion.
I would probably impact the Goyo to mix up the sound, push in, and then wait for teammates to push the Jaeger and then push in the Goyo.
Actually, is
Because when you
okay.
impact
Impacting the Goyo
somebody,
is good, but I kind of disagree with you on the point that I shouldn't be swinging first. So the reason why I swing first, right, is to make the Jaeger swing out. Whenever you have that position I call the Jaeger that's playing is I call it Chala. And this Chala position, whenever someone plays this, is quite irritating to clear. You can nade him out, but the nade has to be kind of picture perfect, otherwise he still stands there. So normally for freezer players, right, which is what me and my team normally do, we will normally double up on freezer. But since this is a bit of a ragtag kind of squad, like we just a rank stack, the coordination wasn't that perfect. But the reason why I swing first and hopefully get a kill on Goyo, but I agree with the impact was good. It's a good idea. Impact the Goyo, make him a bit disorientated, then take the gunfight. But the reason why you have to swing freezer first, right, is to bait the Jaeger into swinging out. And when he swings out, your laundry player can trade. But unfortunately, they're out of position. But that's the theory behind why I swing first. But I also understand where you're coming from. Yeah, so
rather than the coordination was amazing.
yeah, coordination was really abysmal from the laundry people. But it happens, I mean. Yeah, stuff happens. But good idea. I like the use of utility here. I probably use the impact. Let's go with fast track. Mr. Fast track, anything interesting?
So sorry, I didn't see the video because I was busy with something
okay,
else.
then I'll skip you for now. Mr. Ben, are you here? Okay, never mind. We'll go with Nat and then Abby. Then I think we'll close out and go to the next video. I'll be choosing because we have to speed up a bit. So Nat, anything interesting?
Yeah, a good play so far. Actually, I don't know why you all wait until 30 seconds just to push. It's a 5v5 and you still have 3 breach charges left. Maybe can I ask why your utility is not being used?
So the reason why normally players bring in competitive, why we bring breach charges over claymores, right, is because we have good use of flank drones. Then claymores are kind of redundant. But for this side, obviously there's nothing for me to breach charge, except possibly maybe top white stairs and armory stairs to prevent the roamer from walking up, or like the side anchor from walking up, or even the meeting stage. But I was totally not there at all. I pushed most of the round from shower hall, so didn't manage to
Ah,
use it, and there wasn't much resistance. Like they just all turtle on site, so I didn't feel a need to use.
I see. Okay, I
But I
understand
could
now.
have used those in those kind of positions, which is meeting stage wall to deny the tower walk up, top armory to deny the laundry walk up, and top white stairs to deny the top freezer walk up. So yeah, those are the places I would use the breach charge, but I didn't use them because they were just AFK on site. Then the reason why it took so long, I think, is because it was Kaid, and we only had Ace. Then our Maverick was maybe a bit slow in opening the hatches. So that's why it took so long. But normally, when they give you so much control, right, you want to take as much time as possible to gain info. In the sense that you want to drone out the site, know where they are exactly, what the setup looks like, then push. You don't really want to do a 1 minute push here. It's okay to do a 30-second push because better to have info than pushing with half info, then get caught off guard. So yeah, I think it's okay to push on 30 seconds. Like I said, I always think 10 seconds is still enough. If you have enough info and you have the sufficient backup, lah, like the good game plan. Yeah. So I don't think time is an issue. It's more of being patient and not rushing things. Is the big difference here.
Yeah, I think it's a very well coordinated push. I think once you got the kill on the Goyo, you immediately swing towards the Chala
Yeah, you
position,
must.
as you said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's good
And
to know where you can get song from next, which is what I was aware of.
I think that comes down to game sense, and I think you got to pick I'm not sure who, but I think it's IQ forced the guy to rotate into the main side area there,
Yeah, yeah,
and then
yeah.
you got a free kill basically.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
that was very good.
we do a pinch. Yep.
Yeah.
So sometimes like the IQ, right, she also doesn't need to be playing too aggressive. She can just be a bit passive. Like I said, when you're pinching roamers, all you need to do is create a bit of pressure, they'll run away, then they will hopefully walk into the arms of your teammates. So be a bit patient and see how it goes. Don't need to rush things. Abby, closing comments. Anything interesting or anything you want to learn?
I think the video is good because like this type of rush plays you don't see often. But 5v5 in the last 20 seconds, is it like all full squad? Cause I really like how the IGL just stood up and be like 20 seconds, so everyone is ready. Like you make sure everyone is ready before you guys rush together. Because a lot of times people either go solo rush in and then blame the teammates for not covering,
Mm.
or like somehow people are not ready, and you have to know your teammates to make sure they're ready, like they're ready to chiong with you.
Mm.
Cause if I were in the situation and you say there's a smoke there, I'm not the person to push forward lah. I'll just wait for the smoke to clear.
Yeah.
So
So some interesting point is you have to learn to commit as a team. And then another
yeah,
one is when making sure everyone's ready. So I gave like 8 seconds and I said 20 we go. Then there was no delay or say, hey, we are smoked out, we cannot go on 20. There's no such thing. When yes, there are sometimes where we can slow down. If we have, let's say, maybe 48 seconds on the clock, we would have slowed down a bit. But this was a time where we had to go, and then everyone was already kind of half in already. Like we were half in, we were waiting to fully commit. So no point in slowing
but
down there.
with a Goyo and then with a smoke, if the Goyo know how to play shield and stuff, I think it will be much more complicated than how it
Yeah,
looks. But probably
exactly.
before that you already droned out, so
Yeah.
there's not really much context. But it was a good play, lor. Yeah,
Mm.
there's not enough context.
So probably before that, I think we droned out and cleared the shields in the hallway. So you didn't really see much shield except the very weird one towards the end of the round. I also don't know where is it. Why
The
is
one
it
in
there?
the of the room.
It's here.
Yeah.
I don't know what this shield is, but it wasn't. It's obviously not a good shield, so don't ever put this shield. Quite a weird shield in my opinion. Yeah. So we move on to the next video. Then I will pick and select the next few people.
Games are. High games.
Wait, what?
Hey, you on drone? Hey, T1 flank.
Yeah,
Pause
T1,
it.
T1, T1.
Yeah, wait, let him flank, let him flank.
C4.
Yeah, never mind.
Oh, he went down basement, went down basement, went down basement. Okay, armor you. I watch your T1 cam.
You lost.
I got a Kai Klo. Flo, you have to come out with me.
Trophy door right now. Master.
Can it?
I don't think there's ADS.
I got a camp on.
Oh my god, the guy really fucking
Right side close.
Think you hold T1, I hear him downstairs.
Yeah, holding.
Hit him the rotation.
Right side, Flo.
No one on the bed, Anos.
Okay, I'm leaving.
It's not.
I play big
I'm very low. I'm dead. Yeah, I blinded you. Sorry.
Where?
Yeah, go dead.
Yo,
There's
one's master. One
master.
master.
Smoke in kids.
He's right side on the floor.
He's dead.
Never mind, can see.
Master.
Nice.
Master one. Last one master.
No Z4.
Wait, Nos,
Running.
wait.
No drone.
Not close, in master, Nos.
Bomb is outside on the
I can
balcony.
take.
He has an angle to you. To you, Nos. He has an angle from there. He likes to play that corner on the floor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come, Nos, come.
Swing. I swing.
Nice.
What the beast.
Yeah. So interesting video. We'll start with Republic. Any
Outside.
comments or questions? Yeah.
Sorry, but can you replay the video because there was some part that I wasn't here because I was doing something.
Oh, no worries. Okay, we replay it once, then try to form questions in your mind or impact your
Yeah.
mind.
Games are. High games.
Wait, what?
Hey, you on drone? Hey, T1 flank.
Yeah,
Pause
T1,
it.
T1.
Yeah, wait, let him flank.
C4.
Yeah, never mind.
Oh, he went down basement, went down basement. Okay, armor you. I watch your T1 cam.
You lost.
I got a Kai Klo. Flo, you have to come out with me.
Trophy door right now. Master.
Can it?
I don't think there's ADS.
I got a camp on.
Oh my god, the guy really fucking
Right side close.
Think you hold T1, I hear him downstairs.
Yeah, holding.
Hit him the rotation.
Right side, Flo.
No one on the bed, Anos.
Okay, I'm leaving.
It's not.
I play big
I'm very low. I'm dead. Yeah, I blinded you. Sorry.
Where?
Yeah, go dead.
Yo,
There's
one's master.
smoke in,
One master.
Smoke in kids.
He's right side on the floor.
He's dead.
Never mind, can see.
Master.
Nice.
Master one.
Sky-
Last one master.
No Z4.
Wait, Nos,
Running.
wait.
No drone.
Not close, in master, Nos.
Bomb is outside on the
I can
balcony.
take.
He has an angle to you. To you, Nos. He has an angle from there. He likes to play that corner on the floor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come, Nos, come.
Swing. I swing.
Nice.
What a beast.
Yeah, okay, so we'll take a question from Holler. I think he said, felt like Mozzie could have touched with that roam slash flank had he been more patient. Yeah, I agree with what Ted said. Probably the T1 drone wasn't shot out. So T1 meaning Tower 1, which was this drone at the start. Give me a second. So it was this.
Oh, he went
wait, go back. Yeah, so this drone, if he actually checked for this drone and then he shot the drone, and obviously not immediately flanked, he could have done probably something within the next 30-40 seconds, and then I will have no info unless I replace the drone. I replace the drone spot. Or what he could have done is played C4s and then try to audio me from the meeting hatch. So what he could have done is he threw a C4 like here, the soft wall here on meeting. Then he could play from the meeting hatch. What he could do was he could either shoot at me to make me back up into the soft wall, then he blow the C4, or when he audio me crouching into the little attic. Or obviously the last one is he could have just played the post round better with Kite. He basically knew the diffuser was dropped. I think the info is given, but he wasn't playing the Kite because you can tell that the Kite knew the diffuser was dropped. So most likely the information was relayed, but the Mozzie just decided to be a solo hero. Then he pushed into me and died. Yeah. Anyway, Republic.
I mean, yeah, the Mozzie made a mistake on not seeing the drone on big tower T1, which cost him, like, you could
His
say,
opportunity.
yeah. And also another thing is that they should not waste time when the diffuser is actually outside. At least should be with the person going big tower. At least.
Diffuser should be with the person going big tower.
Yeah, at least around there. But majority of the times it's always at bedroom.
But why do you think in this scenario it should be big tower? Try to enlighten me here.
It's just my I just thought of it because since like many of them kept on holding a lot in bedroom, so I was like, since there are two people going to push to attic, might as well bring the diffuser to attic, which will be easier. That's my point of view, but I overall I still prefer to go with the bedroom push.
Yeah, I agree with you. It should be most of the time bedroom push. Diffuser should almost never be in attic because if it's dropped in attic, if the hatches are open or like there's a shield here, right? It's quite game over.
But also the enemy team in kids bedroom made a bad mistake on proning while trying to pick,
yeah.
because that gave
So I
away the
full song him,
position.
then he obviously lost the angle against me.
Yeah. So technically, yeah, because of that, they threw the guy that was proning to pick you through that.
Yeah. Good point there. Yeah. So like I was saying yesterday, easiest way to take attic is to open this little pit wall. So ideally your trophy guys, trophy slash master guys like Frozen and the Fenka could be working together to get the wall open. Then I could have pushed that easily. But obviously that wasn't needed because I wasn't really facing much resistance at all. Yeah. Good point though. Let's go with Mr. Bait. Then we'll end off here like this. Then go to the next series. Next video, I think.
So for this one, nothing much. Just good flank drone. Though the Maverick hosts at the attic wall a bit risky. I think because I think you can get an angle to the ladder where you were standing at the start of the round, like start of the video.
Sorry, let me try. Oh, you mean this angle, is it?
Yeah, I think if they are crouching, they can from the wall, they can still see a tiny bit. I know I've been killed in a nearly similar way before.
Actually, this angle, right, heavily favors the attackers. And the reason why this is being made nowadays in Pro League and competitive games is because this angle allows you to clear and have a clear line of sight into the back of pit. So you can see all the way at the
okay.
end. Then you can deny
But they can
defenders
also
from
see
pushing
that
up.
also kind of risky.
Yeah, but it can also
if
be
they
used against you, which is your point, yeah. But ideally, what happens here is you use the angle, deny pit, and also scares the defenders from peeking because this is such a hard peek to counter if I'm playing the head glitch. We did it to push him
Okay.
back, which is why I think they were scared to play in pit.
okay.
So there, let's move on. Oh, actually, it's fundamentals of clutch. Yeah, so we'll be talking about clutching and what is a clutch. I know that this section is probably the most interesting to learn because some of you might be thinking, how do I exactly clutch? But unfortunately, I only have one slide of theory here because most of it is practical application, and it's a bit hard for me to explain in practical terms how to clutch. But I'll try my best. So what is a clutch? Clutch is a term used in competitive play. I think everyone knows. Basically, you want a 2v5 or 1v4. It's very cool. Describes a player that can keep their head cool and perform well during a tense moment in the game where the outcome of the competition was at stake. So be it your rank game, your tournament, or whatever, if you can clutch it out, hell yeah. How do you increase your likelihood of clutching? So some pointers here would be staying calm. Staying calm really allows you to, I know there are sometimes where the breach is open, you're being naded, being flashed, then you're like, oh no, here we go again. But staying calm really helps you try to evaluate your options. Have a clear picture of what to do next, or what are they doing. Then you can, plan your steps from there. Effective communication. So what I mean by this is, especially when you're clutching, your teammates and you have to have effective communication, which means that, be it a 2v4, you have to be clearly talking to each other. What are you gonna do? This is the plan. We're gonna get a few picks here, then we're gonna go for this. Or we'll go for picks, then we'll see how it goes. But you don't only say, I'm gonna go for picks. Then what does that even mean? Your team will be like, huh? Then if it's a 1v4, your team is talking to you, have to tell you, hey, I have this camps. You don't need to worry about this. Maybe you can do this from the info I have, effective communication. Giving your teammate options, giving your teammates a bit of relief, leaving the anxiety, letting them know what is covered, what is not, allowing them to watch what is needed. Utilizing your utility. So this is more like attack defense, your flashes, your nades, your gadgets, like yesterday you guys saw the visual scanner. When he droned me, I didn't immediately turn on the scanner. I waited for him to drone me, turn on the scanner, then reposition, using your utility well. Teamwork. So teamwork also, it works with hand in hand with communication. It always does. Communicate what you want to do, work together as a team, time it well, Sometimes you guys say, every time we clear a roamer, we die one by one. Why does that happen? Because you're not doing like a 3-2-1 countdown, or you're not applying enough pressure, or you guys are just too kill hungry. You always want to be the solo hero. So try to practice a bit of teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work. Positioning. So how are you being positioned? Are you in a favorable position? Are you in a position that heavily favors you 70-30? Take note of those kind of things. Are you holding a pixel? Is the position you're holding risky because you're standing? Can you go prone? Think about your stance, your overall positioning. Can you use elevation? Because in this game, there's so much elevation, there's so much verticality to use. Verticality is so strong, so try to make use of it. That kind of thing. So we'll be moving into the videos now. Hopefully I can give you more of an idea of what a clutch is through the videos. And then, yeah, we have a good conversation there.
VIP
Flores
one.
Flores
Flores.
VIP. Hookah window, sledge, repel.
I diffuser hookah.
I got sledge, huh?
I diffuser
Still
hookah.
got Flores in VIP,
I diffuser with me,
I'm top white,
I'm alone,
I come back to you, I come back to you, I come back to you.
Diffuser and hookah.
VIP.
VIP door, VIP door, watching VIP door. Flores. Droning top white.
VIP.
Yeah, here
hallway?
VIP.
Yeah. VIP.
Droning fucking pink bar.
They drove me out,
Yes. Flores pushing hallway. Yeah, he's near the
Yeah.
wheels. Looking pink bar.
In. Base.
Base.
I'm a cool vibe, huh?
Base dead.
Just
Last one
dead.
unknown.
One same place, same place.
Kopi
Five
behind
ping,
you. Kopi behind you, ah.
Behind
I'm
me.
taking base.
five ping.
Hey, base got me. Base got me. Ash, huh?
Interesting video. I think a lot of it really boils down to teamwork communication here, and obviously the very smart positioning of the smoke or the mute. Yeah, let's talk about that. I'll choose 2 or 3 people here. Let's start with maybe Mr. Fast.
Why?
Communication, Fast. I want to hear your thoughts.
My thoughts. I think he played them very well according to the calls. The
What about
calls
the
obviously are not
teammates?
good.
Why were they not
Teammates.
good?
I mean, I missed ping bar. I forgot what ping bar was called. Uh, but anyway, I think he played it very well. Even the other team players as well as like how calls were given, they're acting on it.
Hmm.
The sledge on repel, the Flores on VIP, and what they were actually doing, the droning on white exactly. So they had all the info. They just had to position themselves according to
success.
their advantage.
Yeah. Would you say it would have been better for the attackers to go for a plant there instead of, taking 1v1?
No, because I think the time was also like running out, so they had to go for kills. Even the diffuser was in control of
Oh yeah, it
defenders.
was in hookah, yeah.
Yeah, so they had to go for kills because it would have been taken a lot longer to take control of the site and take diffuser and then plant as well.
Right.
Plus, and after that, it would, even if they did somehow boil it down to a 1v1 and started planting at 0, they wouldn't have been able to like plant it and then clutch it, because
Yeah.
what they would have had to do was plant it, go to a safe spot where they could hold the diffuser and wait for the guy to actually come and try to
Definitely.
retake the site, which is like pretty impossible at this point.
So, one good point you brought up was basically going for kills there. I think what the attackers did was really well done. They actually did everything correct up to the teamwork to swing vase/clear hookah. That was when they slipped out a bit. They went in 1v1s, gave a lot of 1v1s to the smoke. And that was ultimately their demise. I think call-wise, from you specifically, I think I heard you say VIP watching VIP door.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you unpack that fast track? Like, please tell me what that call meant.
Well, that meant I just wanted to do VIP door. I didn't
Ah.
know what exactly he was doing, because the cam I was watching, I think, was the 90 cam, the white
Right.
90 cam.
Right.
And I didn't know what exactly he was doing, but
Okay.
then I saw his drone come out of VIP door, so I was like, okay, then he's probably crouching at VIP door, droning everything out.
Right. So probably a better call would have been he's on VIP door watching maybe ping bar,
Yeah,
instead
that
of
would have been
because you
much
were
better
you
call.
were doing kind of a little rap there, you were rapping. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not that good at like just instinctively calling
Yeah, so
exactly.
definitely like do give yourself a breather. Give yourself like half
Yeah.
a second, think it through, then give the call out. It's okay to take half a second more to think. Yeah. So we'll go with Deagle and Nat. So let's start with Deagle.
The smoke should have repositioned when he got droned.
You're right.
Probably to that reinforced wall on the where he played at the next to the rotate, like that area, yeah.
Mm.
So and also during when the ash made that one small hole, the smoke saw the hole, but didn't act on it. He just looked at it and looked away.
Yeah.
And that's where the ash peaked from.
Right. So I think
So you should, yeah.
Yeah, so I think key pointers were when your drone reposition, very good point. And then second one, if there's a line of sight suddenly being made, pay a bit more attention to it, Even when you're I think the play was okay to rotate into the rotate hole, the hookah rotate hole, like this hole. But he probably should have kept his eyes on this hole first, right? So he's not getting shot in the back.
Yeah,
that's what you
he
meant.
did get shot in the back.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, so
If
probably should have
if the
watched it.
Sash had better aim, he should have won.
Yep, agree with you there. Talk to Nat.
Hi, yeah, same pointer as Digo. So, I think when you're getting droned out, maybe you should have rotated. But I feel that if you have quite a good angle onto the base area there, and I think the attackers, like you said, up to that point they went into the fight 1v1. So maybe that's why you got the kill.
Right.
But you could have been traded quite easily. I would say.
Right.
If they both swung at the same time. And after you got the first kill, and then you rotate into the what's it called? This hole, yes.
Hookah rotate, yeah. The default
Yeah,
rotate, yeah.
the hookah rotate. Then I think the Ash also tried to clear you out. I think she got a bit I think unlucky there because there
Yeah,
was
her
a
timing, yeah. He was caught
timing
in the
was
sprint.
it was quite unlucky, yeah. But I think the attackers played well and the defenders wise.
Does capitalize on their mistakes.
Yeah, there are a few mistakes made on the defender side, I feel. Yeah,
So-
but I think this comes down to like timing again. No, this game about timing,
Yep. So very interesting point is droning repositioning after droning. I think I have talked about this previously with Eagle, but another thing you can do is also that's very disgusting, like I was saying yesterday, is go prone. You can fake your run back to the rotate, right? But actually going prone back into where you were. What I mean by this is actually let's see whether he looks at it. Okay, so he was here when he was being thrown, I think something like this. So he shot the drone somewhere here. Oh, here. Oh, but basically, drone sees you here. You can shoot the drone. Maybe stay in the same position, fake like a run. The drone will hear the run after it's shot because you can hear still a bit of audio. Then you prone, and the guy will never expect it. Next one is especially attacker, right? Not really especially attacker. In general, try not to sprint in this game. A lot of players, they have this habit to hit their shift button as soon as like they do a spray, and then it really screws them up. And that's exactly what you saw happen to the Ash. It's a bit of an instinct, but try to get rid of it, and you'll definitely win more rounds or die less often. Yeah, next video.
Ella is bottom square, ping 1. 1 OA, Warden's OA. Nice.
Wait, Jordan, wait, Jordan, I'm rotating, wait. Where are you, Jordan?
Top square.
Okay, I'm coming in lobby. I think they're all on site right now.
Yeah, Warden was last in main. Going up, going down.
Clearing the way.
Head south,
Yeah, I can get it. They hold my drone, flank.
Holding.
Hey! Oh my god, I don't have claymore. Jordan, wait, droning down me.
I'm running down. Go. One elevator.
One elevator.
Yeah, sound call.
Can you confirm?
Confirming now. Yeah, elevator. Alibi.
Inside.
Ran away, coming to bus. Ran to vault. Vault already.
Listen, I wanna do a double drop.
Sure.
I'm checking window right now. B clear, window clear.
In vault,
They got default right now. Yeah.
I'm gonna flash in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, on
drop.
the window. Maestro on the window right now, crouching. Right side. Right side window.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm watching a vault. I'm inside, let's go B.
I'm planting safe,
I got your flank.
25, 50,
Hallway.
75, bomb down.
Going window, Warden going window. Window.
Oh, you Jordan.
Swinging. Nice.
Yeah, so cheeky little 2v4 by me and Jordan. Some things to unpack here. Very interesting. I hope you guys picked up some things and saw some things. Let's talk to Ted. Ted was the one giving calls here, so see what improvements could have been made. Blah blah blah. Hello Ted. Ted, you're in the Twitch chat. Yeah. So what was interesting to you, Ted? And then, any pointers?
I guess the drones were set up nicely for the last part.
Hmm.
so I could give call outs.
Then what else would you say is good here?
I mean, you guys, when it's down to 2 men, y'all did a little reset,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Before, like getting info, then before trying to decide on where to go, which
Yeah.
is elevator.
So yeah, good points you brought up. One is good use of the drones. Never too late to drone. Even though we were quite late on the execute, it still worked out because we were able to capitalize on the info. Carry out them in the power positions. And another one is the reset. So after 2v4, we are 2 men, 3 men down. 2v4. Jordan gets a very quick pick, a quick follow up. Then what happens is we just say, hey, let's just slow down here. Evaluate our options. Open new avenues of attack for us to go through, and then we drone out the side. Then it's as easy as pie. Sometimes it's just really like this. Taking your time, seeing how it's gonna go. Then if the defenders don't play their crosses well, which they didn't, you're able to win the round. Let's talk to. Sorry, can you? Oh yeah, I want to talk to the bait.
Hey.
Yo, the bait.
So several things. Droning near the open elevator hatch. That one generally people on generally a good different approach. Because generally they always think that you're going to come down through servers or garage or staff lobby hatch instead of elevator and vault hatch. So there's that. And droning right on top of the elevator hatch, that one was a bit risky. What if the alibi, when you threw the drone and you were getting on it, what if the alibi came around to look up at the hatch and whoever was giving calls didn't say that in time? Like what if she suddenly just turn around without no one expecting that? So she
like
could
here,
have
right?
easily gotten a kill when you started, only if she suddenly like turn around and you couldn't react in time.
Very good point. So, I think your first point was, what was it?
Vault hatch.
Yeah, droning from the different angles. Okay, so droning from different angles is something that some teams don't do. Especially once your initial area of attack has been found out, right? All eyes are on the doorways, on the hatches, blah blah blah. So always try to give yourself different avenues of attack, which is what I did here. I drone through other means, and then I was able to get more info than I normally would be able to. If I drone through garage, probably would have been shot, like you said. And second one is why did I drone on the hatch? And was it risky? So I think I was a bit safe, but I also understand your concerns in the sense that he could have picked me, then maybe the call would have been late, that I would have died. So yeah, probably good and bad, but a bit hard to say. But essentially what I wanted to do there was so that I could act on the information quickly. I could drop the hatch and then instantly make the play instead of having a delay of me voting, going blah blah blah. That's why I tucked myself in the corner. But yeah, very good point. Sometimes you can actually get shot. But I think my head was safe here. But in general, try to also, for the rest of you, take note of where you're droning, then make sure you're in appropriate cover. But
Also
another
bad,
risk would be if someone threw a C4 at me.
Also bad like reinforcement. I don't know if the enemy team is ran out of reinforcement or they just didn't bother reinforcing hatch because silver gold, all the hatches with maybe the exception of server hatch gets reinforced all the time on bank basement.
Right. So sometimes this kind of things happen, which is why normally if you're playing solo, try to expect the least but do the most work, Yeah, I can't really help you there, but in terms of hatches, make sure you have 2 people getting them all the time. Communicate with your teammates, hey, if there's 4 hatches on bank, I'm gonna get lobby side, you're gonna get open area side, It's very simple. Just talk a bit. We have a question from Holler. Let me scroll up. Oh, he said Great play overall, but in term comms, where do you balance calls between being quiet and getting game sons to hear footsteps? Okay, so from my team perspective this and from this video perspective, it's a bit of the people that are dead, if they don't have anything good to say, they won't. And then like I always like to say, once you're dead, just say what cam you're on and then what you're watching. Then if you suddenly see something kind of your peripheral or your view, then call it out. Otherwise, and yes, you can call it out, but if it's I was also saying yesterday that when you see something and it's not an immediate danger, you just call it out once. Then if it's an immediate danger, then you say, hey guys, maybe 20 seconds there'll be a guy coming from kitchen hall. That's what I used to say. I used to give a bit of timing so my friends have a bit of time to work with, and they know it's not immediate danger, but I need to take note of this in 10 seconds. You know, that kind of thing. And then from a team perspective, normally we will use the command I call or you call. So we have teammates on like the same drone, then we see the same person. Instead of stacking over each other and saying he's crouching, then my friend also say he's crouching. Or like Jordan and me both say he's crouching, then there's no point. I'll just say Jordan call, then Jordan will be the one in charge of the calls there. Then also like for different drones, right, we'll just say I'm on this drone, you're on this drone, I'm on this cam, on that cam, that kind of thing. So yeah. Yeah, I think that's the questions. If you have any more, you can refer to the previous videos that I've done for clouds, then probably those will answer your questions. Let's go to the next video.
Chill, quick, chill.
I'm ready.
Your diffuser.
One armory. Two armory.
Yeah,
In pushing the door, pushing the door. In archives,
Yana.
one left.
One in archives. The other one is fake Yana drone.
One on
fake
table.
Yana drone.
On the table.
And the other one peeking through the breach. The other one is here, crouched. Crouched on your door, on the breach. Right side breach, left side breach. Both of them breach, huh? Nobody is pushing fountain. They are both peeking the breach. Okay, Sophia went out. Sorry, my bad.
Fountain.
Fountain pushing.
Four last stop standing.
I'm pro. Oh, not pro.
Let's go!
Old dog new tricks. Crazy clip by Quicks. Let's talk about that. We'll start with Abby.
Wait. Okay. So basically the comms were super messy. There were even like wrong callouts.
Right.
And then like I think like in terms of callouts, like Yana, the replicator, I think the sound should be able to hear. So maybe there wasn't a need to say there was a fake.
Yeah.
And, and I think like it's really confusing when people go left, right of the bridge. And yeah, I think that's it about me. But I respect how the hell he stays so calm because I would be panicking. I would probably drop down the hatch. I wouldn't stick in the place after killing one person. I think because a lot of people tell me say after you make a kill, they're gonna call out. So you have to rotate or you have to change your positioning. But I always can't seem to grasp like, should I stick or should I rotate? If I rotate, when, how do I rotate?
Oh, okay.
Sometimes I might like drop hatch or go down the stairs and like end up even more easier to kill than if I had just push or stick there.
Okay. So, good questions and good comments. Probably I'll start with the comments first, which is messy calls and the replicator drone. So yeah, calls were very messy at the start, but you can hear that everybody just kept quiet, then allowed me to call, which was good So there was only one voice you need to listen to. Then the reason I said left and right is probably for him to pre-fire, but I think Quicks just wanted a whole angle. So yeah, but yeah, I also understand that left and right can be a bit confusing. In terms of replicator drone, I think it's important to say because sometimes you don't know whether it's real, and if your teammate from the perspective of my cam, I'm not sure whether he can hear it, but if I'm watching him like POV, right, I probably will not say anything because I know he can hear it. But if I'm watching for a cam, I will just say because I have the info, then no harm in saying. with regards to how to reposition after like 1vx, right? Like I was saying yesterday, if you're being pincer or stuck 1v2, 1v3, you push one side, kill the guy, then push deep into where he came from. It'll be clear. You do not allow yourself to stand in the middle. You can stand in the middle, get one kill, then push into where he was, but ideally be proactive, be the one. Make them play your game. Don't play their game, you know? Don't let them rep you. Don't let them be the ones in control. Then always try to be the one in control. It always helps. Especially in a team dynamic, be the one in control. Then in 1vx, how do you reposition, where to reposition? With regards to that, you always want to be, I wouldn't say on the move, but if you hear no follow up, you are okay to stay and just change your stance also, which is what Quicks did. He just constantly shifted from left to right, the cover. He didn't need to do anything special because they were all flooding in through one door. But if he had multiple angles to cover, right? Okay, let's say he swung too far right here. He have got shot from office door. So what he did was he kept his back towards the reinforcement. Then he played an angle where there's only one person can come in from. Then once he saw the drone, reposition again, play an off angle, the Yana will check the reinforced wall, then he swung. So we'll see the swing in 3, 2. But now he's aware of office door. You can see him looking a bit aware. And good pre-fire. Yeah. So like you see how he backs up to only take one engagement at a time. That's how you should be playing 1vx's. So basically the most important one is this one. So he sees the Yana, right? He closes the angle. So there's things such as closing and opening angles. What you do is you close, limit it to a 1v1, then you reopen, then you take the gunfight again. See, he reopens the angle, but he plays slightly further backwards, or he full swings. When you full swing someone in siege, a bit hard to counter. So yeah, hope you answer your questions there. Very good question. I think one more. Maybe let's go with Shane. Maybe Shane share some of your info on how to do 1vx. Or how do you approach
hello.
1vx?
How do I approach 1vx? Basically, I try to force 1v1 because I don't want to get like 2v1.
So
Because if you take 1v1s, you might have the chance to like kill one guy, then kill another guy, and if you let yourself to get 2v1, basically 2v1 is two guys shooting at you at the same time. Like you, if you're bolo, maybe you can survive that. Like you can kill both of them, but most of the time you won't probably kill both of them. You will probably kill one of them, then you get traded.
Right. So when you realize you're gonna get 2v1, that is probably when Abby says she would drop the hatch, right? That was when you would drop the hatch to like reset the fight. So that's a scenario where you would drop the hatch, right? Instead of just fighting like that.
Yep.
Yeah, so yeah, Abby, I hope you learn a few things from him. He's actually quite a total monster in 1v1s. So yeah, interesting. Last video here.
Shot
Going wide.
It's from Psycho. It's from Psycho.
Once in cocktail.
You have dropped the diffuser.
One
Friendly, last operator standing.
Cocktail white. C2. Cocktail still there. He went to freezer, one bathroom.
Both freezer,
Two
you can drop. One is in piano now, confirm. Confirm one piano. 100% you. Okay. The next guy should be in freezer, last scene.
Yeah.
Freezer cock. You got smokes, you can make a play. Or audio freezer. Audio freezer. Outer, inner long desk or something. You can be under skylight now because you smoke.
Nice.
So yeah, I think the new term is grandpa clutch. Yeah, but crazy clip. A lot of things to unpack. I hope you guys listen to the comms and how I was talking to Quicks about the next step of co-ops. Is basically what I did. I hope one of you picked that up. Let's talk to Nat.
Hi, yes. So I heard you say that he has smokes, is it? Then he can go ahead and make a play.
Mm.
Yeah, and then I think because of the smokes, right? The not
Defender
sure
was
who's the
pushed out.
opposite. Yeah, the I'm not sure who's the opposing operator, but he got pushed out, and then he said he could be behind the what's
Somewhere
that
near
call out?
Skylight, yeah.
Yeah, somewhere near Skylight, no longer in freezer, and that was a very good call. I think if you're clutching, you not really think of that because there's so many things to like take note of. Yeah, I think you helping him in that sense is very good.
Yeah. Very good point. So some things that I always like to do, right, and I always like to say is that when you have info, always tell your teammates what they can do. Don't just tell them there's a guy here, there's a guy here. There's a guy here, so what? You know, which is why I told him both freezer you can drop. So that's the first thing I did. Then second thing I did was I told him, hey, you have smokes, you can make a play. Then maybe he wasn't aware, but I told him, hey, since you have smoke, right, you actually allow the guy to possibly walk out to check where you are. So under Skylight. Very important of you as a player and as a teammate to identify these things for your teammates or friends. It's always good to let them know where the gap is, let them know what they can do with the information at hand, and then they can make the play from there. Obviously, don't backseat. Yeah, there's a fine line between backseating and giving advice. So try your best to
I always
find that
worry
line.
about being a backseat player. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think your calls were like quick and like straight to the point. So I think that's very good.
Yeah. So be quick, be concise, and then obviously your tone has to be calm. Don't panic your teammate and say, wow, one freezer, oh my god. Then they feel like, wow, damn. Yeah. So let's talk to maybe Digo again. Then we'll close out the video section. Yeah, we'll go on a custom game.
Hello. Does other than nothing to say lah, just the smoke just smoked him out. And he could have opened up an angle to freezer from cocktail. From new
Cocktail
hatch
to
area.
cycle, yeah.
New hatch area to freezer, yeah.
Yep.
The cigar
Dribble.
shop.
Yeah.
And then other than that, the enemy shouldn't be playing so aggressive.
Yeah. But probably no info at hand, then he felt the need to make a play. Sometimes that happens.
Yeah, the piano, that guy in the piano, the call was
That was a
really
bit
good.
of a trolling. The piano guy was
The
trolling
guy-
for sure.
But the call and piano also very nice.
Mm.
And other than that, good shots.
Yeah. Yeah, that sums it up. Grandpa clutch always comes in clutch. We'll start the custom game. I'll leave you guys to Jordan now. So in the very good hands.
Alright, guys, let's take a 2 to 5 minute break, toilet break, and stuff like that. So if y'all haven't added me on Uplay, right, this is my Uplay ID. Just add me JShift, and I'll get the custom game up and loading. So we take like a 5-minute break lah. Alright, see you guys then.
Okay.
Everybody, if you are back, I'm going to send invites now.
I'm back. You can invite me.
Yeah.
I might DC in because my ISP is doing some work on my internet.
Fast track. Fast track. Okay, let me
Are
just add
skins
your.
allowed?
Sorry? Skins are allowed, yes. Anything's allowed. Yeah, just go for it. Invite to game. Fast track. Invite to game. Invite to game. Net. Invite to game. Where's net?
JShift, I just added you.
Alright. Saw it. Thank you.
It coming on now.
Invite to game. Who else? Bait. Invite to game.
Oh, it's a custom.
Yeah, it's a custom game. Who else am I missing? Okay. Ted, are you online?
Oh, one sec. Got on the wrong.
And Vid also, right?
Yes, yes.
And Vid invited. Who else am I missing?
I haven't received yet.
Okay, wait, give me 1 second.
Yep.
Invited. Alright, so once you guys are in, this will just be a simple 5v5, one map only. ESL rules, right? ESL rules, ESL scoreline. So you'll just go to the respective channels. If you can see at the bottom, Team Alpha and Team Bravo. And then
1 second.
yeah. So once the game starts, right, I will pop into each of your chats, each of your channels respectively, just to hear your comms and stuff like that, so that Twitch chat can also hear. Just for like 1 round, 2 rounds, that kind of stuff. I will remain quiet. And
Can you send me the invite again?
All right. Invited. Ultimately, it's just to have fun and practice what you learn throughout this entire academy. So in Team 1, we have Ted, Deagle, Republic, Junes, and Fast Track. In Team 2, we have AB, ND, Ben, Shane, Nat, and the Bit. That's Ben. Ben is not here. Okay, very pro invited. Who else am I missing?
Can I get an invite?
The same also.
Ben and Junes. Invited. June.
Got it.
June changed name
Econom.
Econom.
I invited you just already.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Alright, thanks. Right. So just move to the respective channels if y'all can see it. Team Alpha, Team Bravo.
Okay.
And have fun. Right, we shall start. Now. Alright, for those of you in Twitch chat, I hope you also have learned some stuff from this course. Alright, if you want to learn more or if you missed out on the previous lessons, we will be uploading the videos, the VODs onto YouTube probably by next week. So do check it out there. We will leave the link in R6SC Discord under the announcements when it's up. And if you have any more questions, feel free to ask in the Twitch chat, and we'll answer them accordingly. So, if not, just enjoy the custom game, and thank you. We'll be doing a little bit of casting. Little bit.
Let's start the band here. Clubhouse band, Thatcher.
Thatcher's very simple band, very, very basic, right?
Yeah, very basic grandfather band. Jackal, probably a bit of roaming coming out later. We'll see what I think Alpha has in store, the roaming side, or how they will deal with the roaming actually. Since Jackal is banned, they're starting attack. Interesting choice. We see Valkyrie. Kaid.
Kaid ban. Kaid, I think the Kaid ban here would be because they don't want to deal with the hatches being kaided for basement.
Yeah. That forces you to actually bring Maverick. Maverick, a lot of players don't have a lot of XPs on Maverick, so it'll be a bit of a hassle to bring him, but definitely a good operator, but so Crash Forever to learn him. But yeah, Kaid ban is definitely more of a convenience pick than anything.
Thank us how to join the lesson. You missed out on the registration, buddy. But next time, next time when there is a registration, please do feel free. Please do check announcements. Sorry, do check announcements on R6SC. We will be posting it up very like 1 week, 2 weeks in advance before the workshop even starts. So that you just keep an eye out,
Yeah. So actually, we saw the mirror band there. Mirror is probably a teamwork kind of band. Very hard to clear, especially if you don't bring Hibana, which is what we are not seeing now. So yeah, no Hibana, bring Ace, then there's actually a Maverick on the board. We'll see how Fashak plays Maverick. Whether you see a good one or a bit of questionable one is up for us to decide later on. Defensive lineups, bring Woma and Jaeger, probably a huge catwalk hole coming from side of Bravo. I see interesting bandit tricking might be going on, so let's see how that plays out later in the round. You press control. Here we go. Yeah, let's take a look at the setup. Quite a basic setup so far. We're jamming in the doors by the bait here. Abby's getting the trench wall, and Vit setting up barbed wires. Looks very normal so far. Actually, interesting thing from bait is that we've been talking about lines of sight for Garage Catwalk, but he's actually been doing a rotate. So we'll see how that plays out for him, whether it bites in later or bites his teammates later is a story we will tell later on. Okay. Anyway, attacker drones don't really look that pre-placed yet. We maybe swap to a few of the attackers. Wow, 5-man spawn on the garage side. Crazy.
Yeah, all 5 men. So
this is heavy.
Alright, like you were saying, let's see how fast track does the Maverick.
Yeah, let's take a look at him. Number 3 here.
Number 3 here.
Damn, press C.
Alright, so basic Maverick hole, but I don't think anyone is watching his back at the moment. Do you think someone's watching his back?
No, I don't see anyone
focusing too much on.
Okay, one thing I don't like is that I'm not sure whether he's ADSing. Okay, that is dead. So they need soft bridge now, which means the sledge or the Ash needs to come in.
How did that die?
He was outside stop draw. So probably a very ill-timed peek of him. I don't like the way Deagle is picking this catwalk. It's very unfavorable, and from that side you can actually see his shadow. So super bad peek. Shouldn't be doing that dry all alone. Is the wall soft?
The wall is soft now. What? Okay, so what I can say as a hard support player, ooh, Envy just on a tear, killing kill hard, and Deagle with the refrag onto bait.
Okay, let's try to get on the wall. Okay, Envy is not even letting us get to the wall.
Envy is just running out everywhere.
Damn.
This is a bit
monkey business.
Too much monkey business on Envy side, but Econom manages to. Oh, Econom is actually on what is it called? Jenny window.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so it's down to Econom.
Defenders look to have blocked out this round already. Oh, okay. Still has 2 nades. It's possible. I don't think there are any ADSs here. Oh, but crazy angle from Mr. Ben. Oh,
so we have a question from Holler in Twitch chat. How often should I be spawn peeking, and why or why not is the number 100%?
Okay, spawn peaks. Spawn peaks are something that okay, in rank play, sure, go for it. But in competitive play, you will normally not really see spawn peaks. The reason being because most team play a setup which requires 5 people. Meaning that either they need to have 5 people to attack the map, take map control, or they need 5 people to defend the map. And when a person dies early, there's a huge gap somewhere in that defense or the attack, and then obviously things slow down and they eventually, if the attackers or defenders capitalize on that first round kill, that you, even though you're the spawn picker, you got kicked back and died, things normally go wrong. So why or why not that often is sometimes 100%. So I would say maybe 20% of the time, you really have to do it off tempo, play a bit of mind games. Maybe you break a few windows early in the rounds, let them check the windows, then maybe the third or fourth round in, you stand on the window and actually do a spawn pick, you know. Try to have a bit of element of surprise there. Give yourself a bit of extra time, you know, to work out that spawn pick before you actually go for it. Because spawn picking is just all reward, but also all risk, you know. Hard to say.
Watch this. Have my lunch. Have fun, bro.
This is good to watch during lunch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a lot of banter.
Shall we talk about the first attack and how the defenders set up the site to be able to, you know, defend it properly and get.
To be honest, the setup was quite basic. We see a spawn pick from Envy actually. Let's watch him. Number 7. He actually misses it, but good attempt. So with regards to setup just now, we saw a very basic setup. I think what won them around was probably the early pick on Tat. And then after that, there are a lot of gaps. They probably haven't replaced drones properly, so Envy was able to run off garage, you know, uncontested. No nothing, then he obviously won them around there single-handedly. Actually looks like a bit of a split push coming from the attack. Garage and... Can we see the rest? Where... Shift. Shift. And yep, here we go. Garage and... Oh, look at the Zofia. The Zofia is actually holding this angle I call Arctic angle. But we're off the Zofia. So Zofia was actually rappelled watching construction to allow her teammates to take it. But I think now she's been called over to open the wall. Here we go. 1, 2, go open the wall. Let's see what drones come out to help this attack. No drones yet. Envy does a swing, gets punished. Good night.
Attack so far, okay, they traded one for one, but the defenders have wasted a good one minute getting. The attackers are only just barely getting into cash right now. They've taken control of cash, but they don't seem to be droning that much. They have only one person droning now. I feel.
Actually,
no one's droning at the moment.
The Slash is droning.
Slash is droning
and
right
the
now.
Twitch is on drones, which is good to see. Okay, off drones. Very weird setup. They don't have any lines of sight. No nothing. No logi rotate. Looks like attackers are given a lot of control here, and they're making the best use of it. Then logi right now.
Oh, bait is flanking.
Bait with the Oryx. So we actually saw this yesterday from I think Republic. He was saying like, you can actually get Oryx on the hatches. Oh, he finds a lot of angle, gets traded. Nice kill from that. Abby actually got stuck there. I'm not sure whether we caught it just now, but she got stuck in between the A-bomb from Logi and Construct. She probably was waiting for a kill like I told her to, but she didn't get it unfortunately.
Rank doesn't matter. So don't worry. We help each other in the community to get better. Exactly, bro. We don't care about rank. You can be a copper, you can be a diamond player. Doesn't matter, bro. we all play casual together. We all just have fun. So join the community if you feel like it. If you're shy, it's okay. Just join. I was shy at first when I joined the R6SC community, but at the end of the day,
meet new people, great fun.
Correct. You meet new people. You never know who you meet. You never know what friends you make, kind of stuff. And yeah, look at me. I became a community leader.
Yeah. Anyway, Holler, if you're looking to play some games, definitely join the server. Yeah, I've been playing with Quack and giving him a lot of feedback. Also helped him a bit on his casting bit.
Alright, let's go
Operation
to
League.
Team Alpha's comms, shall we?
Yep, let's see their comms.
Oh, welcome.
Oh, welcome. Yeah, playing basement.
Yep, see.
In basement?
Yeah, basement.
Okay.
We got generated.
Yeah, so they've already identified the site. Not bad.
They have a pulse.
Good call from the pulse. Let's see what they do to counter or not walk into the hands of the pulse later. Quake is insane at this game.
What's the push here?
What?
It might
I'll take
Oh,
blue
wait,
and
wait,
dirt.
wait.
I'll get
Blue
hatches
one,
for
right?
plant first.
Dirt and
defenders,
hatch. Dirt and hatch.
Yeah,
Oh,
hatch,
they're
okay.
taking attackers now.
Someone's
Oh,
bomb.
kitchen.
Side's basement, right?
Yeah,
Basement.
basement.
Okay.
Spectate them and see what they say.
Construction. It's
they
bumpy.
know there's a room coming out. Let's see whether they do
Garage is
actual
clear.
Otherwise, that is really just doing some construction right now, opening a few holes. Not really doing much.
He goes all the way
Droning
on the
stock.
opposite side of the map.
Stock is clear.
Maybe a room.
There's a drone in lounge.
Looks like a room.
PS drone in lounge.
That's getting
Ted
fired.
actually found a kill.
Yes, I got RX.
Is just someone droning
Wow,
top
he
right?
sounds confident. I got RX.
Checking construction.
Kitchen hatch is
Gangster.
no denial, yeah.
Construction
He's
clear.
droning for Valkyrie
Oh, good
camps.
hold.
which
Did
is
someone
good.
drone
Yeah,
top
if you
right?
notice, he looks up.
I can open hatches.
He looks up.
Clear.
and
I
see
open
the
kitchen,
map
huh?
Valkyrie camps because this side is not.
You
Open
can,
kitchen.
you can also
Playing
open.
above in
Hibana
lobby.
can open stock if you want.
I drone top right for
Oh,
you.
I'll open that.
Yeah.
Top right clear.
Can hear a lot of teamwork coming out, but the comms are stacking. There's a lot of like
Drone and main stairs drone.
gibberish
Okay.
in between.
We just need to figure out where the pulse is.
What I don't like
Pulse
here
is
is
confirm
that there's not
playing
really
for
much
hatch.
Probably
live
in
droning.
armies
They're just
can-
droning for
No,
Yeah.
confirm in
themselves.
hatch. Confirm in hatch.
But
He has
yeah,
to be in
it's
hatch.
good
I
that
have
they
stock
say they're
hatch
droning,
open.
but not really droning for anything.
Wait, I drone side for pulse.
Okay, this is good. Droning side for pulse.
One's
So we know
generator
where he
blue.
is.
No,
One
in
in
Be careful
blue.
Twitch. One's
Going
blue,
back
one's
trick,
blue.
I think.
A lot of info now. They know that is free. Let's see whether they take it.
Pulse is here. Ping on ping.
Who is gonna act on that? Ted?
I open
Can get kitchen hatch.
Wait.
Oh.
Oh
That's
my
the
god.
pulse.
Akuna was sleeping there. He knew the pulse was there.
Yeah,
Pulse on ping.
Let the
Pulse
rest
on
of the
ping.
round play
Pulse
out,
dead, pulse dead.
and we'll give our
Nice.
comments after the round.
One in church.
I'm gonna drone
Making
sequence.
holes. I'm making burn holes.
Oh,
That
main
makes
stairs,
sense.
main
Oh.
stairs, up,
Main stairs, main stairs, up.
Going kitchen.
Pushing hallway. In kitchen. Nice.
Nice.
Go for what?
Eagle just only came.
I shifted my drone down first.
I'm gonna push secret. Is that fine?
Eagle's gonna
I'm pushing down main stairs.
Oh my god, what the fuck? Dude!
What?
Glitch. The hatch is glitched, so I can't map
Let
it.
go, let go
Wait,
then.
wait.
I had a glitch. No,
One
it's not.
blue, one is
seconds.
blue.
You just didn't burn it properly.
Can push together.
Fast track does not
You
know
can
how to
do
manage
blue and
the
motor.
Okay,
exposed.
wait, Twitch, you just chill first.
What
Let
I
them
didn't
let them
like
push
was-
down,
we'll
make
talk
and make
about it
noise.
later, but yeah. What's
The
the plan
3v2.
here?
Try to go for moto, eh?
Yeah,
I'll
go moto.
Oh, one in
one
motor.
moto.
Crazy swing from Ben. Really punishing the fact that the hatch wasn't open there.
You have to push really. One church.
Crazy round. Good kill from Abby. A mistake I saw was the slash actually slashed out the whole of kitchen floor, and that gives the attackers so little space to work with. You shouldn't be doing that. And then fast track obviously. The Maverick, I don't know. Yes, attacking team should be renamed to interior decorators. They are opening holes everywhere. Yes.
Alright, let's go over to Team Bravo's comms.
Literally just
Anyone gonna use it? No, I switch it.
Use what?
Talking about 6
The
picks.
6 pick.
if you want just 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
What does he 6?
Time to play a strat.
Oh, see the castle coming out.
He says time to play a strat, but he doesn't say what strat he wants to play. So
Yeah, hard to
in
say.
this kind of team communication where everyone has never played much together, you
Don't reinforce the wall. Don't reinforce the wall. Don't reinforce
should
the wall.
call out what
Oh, you. Oh my.
want to
Okay.
I knew that was coming.
Let go, let go.
Oh.
Hold lah outside.
What kind of strat are you doing?
Yeah, so
Aircon got
Ned
P-hole ah.
asked what kind of
Castle
strat
opening
he's
hole.
doing.
Line
So,
outside, line outside. Wait, line outside.
here Bates really said he want to do a strat. He should be calling what strat he wants to
Actually
do.
holding construction. Construction hole with the castle.
But Ned doesn't know.
Guys,
Castle, can I
guys.
borrow your
So Ned
shotgun?
needs, they need to
Garage,
inform Ned
garage,
what
reinforce
they wanna
garage.
do.
Top, red, rotate. Top,
Okay.
Oh,
red,
line outside
rotate.
coming out here actually.
Garage now, garage now.
Okay,
This is a
okay.
change we saw.
Garage, help me
yeah,
reinforce
okay.
garage.
Rotate before.
Coming.
Let's see if anyone spots this garage to wall drone.
OK，我等一下出来一次。
Hey, go on do it.
Autonomous
Oh,
drone.
too late.
Anyone got any drones?
Oh, okay.
Stand by, ah. Stand by garage.
It's good that Abby,
Get on camps.
ABND had asked anyone got any drones, but no one responded.
Yeah, I guess.
So it means that in my head it would mean that there are still 10 drones up, and that someone should go drone hunting or at least be aware of that.
Yeah, Maverick just now, right?
As they have a mute, Maverick is going to try and get the mute chart.
Termite should actually be putting down his charge first. Actually very risky to be... Yeah, this is
Move,
very
move,
risky.
move.
I can actually shoot your legs and blow
Yeah.
out your legs.
Impact, no impact.
Shoot.
Might.
Walls open.
Main bridge.
Envy swings this, he wins. Oh, but he got that on time.
Right side of the breach.
Nice shield
Fox,
from
you
back.
can help me make a hole
Look at
here.
that shield.
Termite
Top
red.
Like from cash. Then I can help
And
hold.
it's 0.
He just got a kill.
One in stop.
Yeah, Termite shouldn't have did that. Quite a bad angle, especially
shoot
you
there,
have info.
I shoot.
Envy is being
a
really
bit-
mobile
a
here. You
bit
can see
high,
that he's
so-
helping
but
the
can ah.
points of pressure all around the map.
You see that in top right now.
Maybe verting out
OG,
Abby.
audio.
Oh, they're nading me.
Oh,
Good
clear.
call.
Here got a hole. Ah.
So
Hey,
Envy,
got-
you can see
you got
Envy is
C4 this?
walking
Oh,
to
no,
Swarm
no,
now.
no,
Let's... Oh, Envy gets
Oh,
punished,
you.
but
Where?
yeah,
OG,
nice
yes?
attempt to
Secret,
help,
secret. Nobody logi. Nobody logi. Oh, one logi.
Oh,
Gets punished by
no.
Ben.
they're playing vertical, they're in stop.
Mm.
They're playing vertical, they're in stop.
Then stop. Then stop. Alright.
Slots on lava.
See, the point I made
Get on green
about the angles and setups was that Clubhouse is a very vertical heavy map also. So
Yeah, they're
Ted
coming
is
out
utilizing his Zofia charges,
Coming out red,
impact charge to make vertical lines of sight.
Oh
so he
my
can
god,
kill-
miss.
Get out the person in cache. Or at least make him or her
Whole
scared.
cons,
I hear a lot of
Wait,
audio,
doesn't have
they're
much
playing
impact
vertical,
yet,
they're
like,
below.
Hold on, he's
You're
just
trying to
casting-
shoot me.
Cancelling back off.
Yeah, he got Ibana
Fun.
pallet.
Huh?
and he
If you
just-
don't
Ben
Oh my
should be
goodness.
rotating
Bye-bye, ah.
into sight actually. And helping out, or he should drop the hatch and go for a flank.
Yeah, otherwise it's too late. I don't know. He kinda has no impact here now.
Zofia in launch.
On
Ben gets
the...
punished by
I got Maverick on
by
the
fast
platform.
track.
He's 1 HP. Just hold this
Now
angle.
Bait should theoretically he should go back into cache.
They're in
or
catwalk.
shoot
They're
stairs.
in
Yeah,
catwalk.
he should feel the red stairs gap right now.
Someone should call it out. I think MV should call it out right now. But they're both stacking up at the same position if you
In
notice.
in
Oh, the
cons.
prospect.
Good.
Oh,
Gets
Abby can
punished.
win this.
2v1.
This is so winnable for
One
Abby.
catwalk, one platform.
Oh, nice try.
Edda.
Mr. Ted really bullied her.
Talk about that round. What could have been done better? But on defender side, for the defender side.
Very good start from them. Good setup. Crazy shield on red. Not really sure how it was cleared, but it was cleared eventually. I think what really led to the demise was not understanding where their gap was in their setup, plus giving away too many free kills. Like over peeking. Yeah, definitely over peeking cost them there. We'll see whether it changes this round. They're going back to the same side. Actually, Blades is 6 ping to Yana.
It doesn't.
Amaru?
It doesn't cause a. It doesn't cause a warden pick though.
I'll argue that Warden is kinda meh now. Because Blitz is a fat boy.
You see the side setup being is quite
It is.
similar.
This is like their first round setup, just that they have a cap can. No shields at play also.
And they still don't catch out the drone from Econom.
Yeah, this is because of something called routing. A defender should have routed here by now. And what I mean by routing is he should have been walking here to do his reinforcements, etc. But somehow missed the drone and maybe Ben might see it. Nope, oblivious. Nobody sees it. Oh god. Oh, Envy actually hears it, but I don't think he knows where it is. Yep, Econom still has his drone.
Yeah, this one is still there. So now they're all stacking on one spot. They don't think they're roaming at all. But looks to me like it's gonna be a 4-1 push or 4-2 or 3-2, sorry, from the attacker side.
Very even so far though. 2-2 isn't bad for Clubhouse. But you expect defenders to win bigger majority, so like a 4-2 half would be ideal.
See, they're putting a lot of pressure on Jenny Window. Jenny Window is this window right in front here.
I'm not really sure what they're throwing out for. Maybe bandit tricking. But where's the bandit?
Bandit. Yeah, where's the bandit?
It's the 9.
Bandit's all the way in bathroom.
This is quite bad positioning for me. He should be actually actively tripping. Otherwise, it's not really a point in bringing bandit. If he wants to be roaming like that, Tai would have been better. But obviously, 3 armor, so maybe not.
Such relaxation time.
What is this Twitch chat? Oh, good drone though, the Mozzie drone from Abby. I don't know whether you caught that on site. Could actually see the plant going on.
They actually got the wall open pretty quick, eh?
Yeah, around 2 minutes is quite okay. Fast Track is just working the wall now, but in my opinion, he should be rappelled. Timing like this is a death trap. Like, I don't know. There's probably not much experience his way.
He should be droning for his entries now. He shouldn't be dry picking. He has one drone left. He should be droning for his entries.
He gets punished. Yep, this is exactly what I mean. Like, let's rappel. Oh, bait with a roam. Gets traded. Attackers are really slowing down now. They are failing to replace the platform player, so they're quite committed right now. You'll most likely see a construction push. Spring around. Not really any attempt to clear the bandits.
Flank. He knows about the flank.
I think it's game sense rather than no.
Probably. Attack catches and beat out. No, no.
That was a hiya moment from Envy. Yeah, the push is definitely funneling through this door. This Yana should be nading past the softball on the top. But she's opting not to. Abby is good. Repositioning. She's really learning here.
Ben gets the kill on Republic.
Oh.
Default a bit too early.
She should have left it on the door. But it's still pretty good round. Crazy Abby.
Her reposition from green box to this wall right here was pretty good decision for her to make. Because she knew that she was pressured from vertical play, and if the person ran in, she wouldn't have a crossfire with the person on top, with the other operator on top red. Pretty good round overall from the attackers and the defenders. I would say that the defenders did a better job at wasting a lot more time. Because
the late round was definitely slipping up by the attackers. They were sleeping a bit. They didn't open the walls even though they had termite. Not really sure what went on there.
yeah, they couldn't get the bandit because the Maverick died early.
Yeah, but you could have naded it from below, or you could have naded it from the top, and probably the communication had a breakdown.
This is what we were talking about in the callouts and droning, is to drone after you get your job done as a
support
player, Maverick, a Thermite, or whatsoever, right? Drone for your team. Don't just keep dry picking the same spots when no one is gonna push it. Especially when we saw the previous round on fast track. You kept picking the same angles, and no one is gonna pick that breach wall on CCTV because they're not dumb. Right? They're not dumb enough to do that. And like, if you are dumb enough to do that, most of the time the person on the platform will get caught out and die.
Yep. Which is exactly why you have to play rapport. And as long as people don't know that you're not rapport, we are gonna swing you. And that's what happened. Essentially. Net going for a spawn peek. Mr. Holler might want to take a look here. Okay, actually he punches the window and mind games them. Like what I was saying before.
So he's the only one roaming at this point in time.
Solo roam. Yep.
He's going back early for some reason. He should be wasting time with his visual scanner ability, you know.
But technically it does work downstairs. They will still think you're 1F even though you're basement. What's up the drone? I could not definitely caught that out, so we'll see whether a rap comes in. Attackers are nowhere near the rap. They look like they want to hit blue from the looks of it right now. Yep.
Yeah, they're hitting blue. Definitely.
Let's see how Fast Track does the hatch. One line, he misses a spot. Okay. What was that?
Deagle gets a kill onto Ben. Where was that from? Oh, they already hit blue.
Yeah, they
Republic gets another kill. This is a fast push where it's not well coordinated, but they get their trades, and the flank by Vigil gets called out and caught out.
Oh, sprinting.
Like you were saying earlier, right, during the lesson that you don't want to get caught out sprinting.
Yeah, try not to sprint, especially when you know like someone's there. Probably the feeling of panic kicked in.
Question from Holler: Who are the streamers? Who are the SG streamers for R6? Myself, JShift. We have Divine,
I used to stream, but
who used to stream but doesn't stream anymore.
After
because
competitive
he
play,
plays competitive. We got Masa as well. We got a lot of streamers on R6SC. You can just check it out. You can click when they go live. It will show that they're currently streaming.
Yeah, in the server. Yeah.
In the server, so it's easier for you to see. And attackers won that round.
Honestly, it just looked like the defenders gave up, bro. Wow, crazy!
Disgusting angle.
Mr. Ted, the analyst power coming in.
That is a disgusting angle.
I want to see Divine Seed stream again.
Divine go stream his NS.
I'm gonna stream into, yep. I can stream my outfield. I didn't get burnt out. It was more of like I didn't want to review any shreds. Which is why I stopped streaming. You'll be surprised the number of my opponents in my stream most of the time, especially when I play rank.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen. It's 4 o'clock, but we will extend for another, I guess, 1 to 2 rounds, and then we'll call it. But the game will still carry on. Don't worry, the game will still carry on. But thank you everyone for coming out, enjoying the stream. If you are enjoying this R6SC Academy type of workshop where we do the lesson first and then a custom game at the end, please do leave your feedback in the general chat of R6SC or whatever, or DM me, DM our mods, our admins. And we would like to hear your feedback from the Twitch side of things, not only from the participants that were in the voice chat with us, but from the Twitch side as well. If you want to see more of this, let us know, we'll do it, definitely. It's been a pleasure doing...
Yeah, definitely.
Pleasure working alongside with Divine and SCAPE.
Likewise, 2000 here.
This is actually my first time casting. I've never casted in my life, and I don't think I'm doing a good job.
Not really casted before, but just taking it in stride. I mean, what a big hole.
Yeah, what is this? That's a...
Interesting strategy.
That's a very... Okay, fast track just DC. No, someone DC.
Republic
just DC.
Mr. Ted really bringing the frags here.
Mr. Ted going on cycling camps. This is very good for the early game to know where the attackers are pushing from. Holding construction passively, but he's pushing up, getting a bit hungry.
I think he just wants to shoot through. It's not bad. I mean, I think it's really pressuring him.
Digo gets caught out by Envid. Wait,
Envid is rushing. He's in catwalk. Wow, what the? He just did a drop shot. Oh my god. Okay, just win the round. Man did a whale dive, dolphin dive, and then still won the round. So that's how it works, right? In R6, you just sometimes gotta hit the hits and then it works out. What's the strategy anyway?
There was no strategy there.
Yep. I think you don't need to pause. I think we can just go. Let's look at the it's been paused, so maybe let's talk about some of the rounds here. Actually, scoreboard wise, Envid and Ted are definitely carrying their weight. Thank God, because they represent my team.
You never changed name, bro.
Yeah, Ted is my analyst, Envid is my fragger, and Econom is my dear sub, but he's having a rough day. Anyway, looks like quite even between these two teams. Like strategy wise, I like the blue rush just now. It was very smartly done, They knew it's free, they give and take, I was saying, right? Defenders gave blue, so they take blue, and then they punish them for it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, definitely Florizen is also a streamer. She's Thai, she's my manager, so yeah, give her some support. She said HD Steamer. What? Steamer. You're a streamer, Flo. What steamer? Yeah, Shane supremacy indeed. Shane is. We should make that meme, you know, the Asuna one, but with Shane.
Need rehost. Okay, am I will end it here.
I think we probably will end it. Rush was too powerful, caused him to DC, yep. Anyway, thank you for everyone tuning in today. I think we'll probably end off stuff here. But definitely there'll be more 5-on-5s, right? Community
Definitely.
nights, yeah.
A lot more.
What do we
community
call
night.
that again? Sweatfest.
There'll be a lot more Sweatfest.
Yeah, so do tune in for that if you want to see 5v5 computers.
5v5 not scrims lah. Community games, 5v5, friendly 5v5s, you know.
Oh.
It's actually, it gets quite intense.
It's intense. Many sweats.
Many sweats, you know.
Come out from their beds.
And
then
we
they-
have live casting as well. So do check it out. Do look out for those kind of stuff. Is it reconnect or abandon?
Abandon. You can abandon. You will get banned by nothing.
Okay. Yeah, in-house. So do join our R6SC in-house. Usually it's every Saturday.
Yeah.
Most Saturdays we do Sweatfest, but some Saturdays we do other
Watch party soon.
small mini games. And yes, we do have a watch party coming out for the Mexico Major, coming out on
Invictus.
20.
I don't know. I'm going in already. 17, I think. 17.
17 is the start of the 17 is the start of the major. I think 19 is the start of the major, but I'm not sure what time. But we're doing a watch party on the 20 something, so keep out for that. What else? What else do we have?
That's
about it, right?
We just gotta thank everyone.
Alright, yeah.
Thank SCAPE and thank R6SC. Yeah. So thank you guys for tuning in.
So yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in. Twitch chat. Our participants for participating throughout the 4 lessons that we had in the R6 Academy.
Definitely.
I will also like to thank Quicks and Fox for giving us the opportunity to do this workshop.
Yep.
Without them, R6SC wouldn't have been made, wouldn't have been possible. Thank you to SCAPE for being partnered with us for this workshop and giving us the opportunity to use their platform to spread the word of Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah, actually we had a lot of new people join. That was good to see.
It was very good to see a lot of new faces, a lot of new people, and I hope you all learned something from these lessons. And once again, we will be posting up the YouTube videos very soon. So look out for that in the announcements if you are in the Discord. If not, look for me, search R6SC Singapore on Discord and you will find it.
Yep.
Alright. So once again, thank you everyone. And you guys have a good one. Bye bye.